Okay, one more. Moving fast and furious here. I have a lot of slides and never enough time. I'm notorious in the conferences for not getting through my material, but I will tonight. So this is oats. So it isn't only about herbs. Your kitchen pharmacy includes a lot of basic foodstuffs. I mean, we could be up here talking about the honey and the vinegar as the medicines. I'm choosing to focus on the herbs a bit more. But oats, definitely. I mean, apart from the fact that I'm originally from Scotland, I do actually think porridge is pretty good for you. But not necessarily the rolled oats, the instant oatmeal, because those have been processed. So the grain has been cooked and then dried using heat, and that damages a number of the compounds. So you break down your vitamin E, you break down your B vitamins, you start to lose nutritional value the more you process it. So in Scotland, what we do to make our porridge is we use steel-cut oats, or what we call oat groats, which is the whole grain chopped up small, looks like grits. And you have to soak that overnight, and then it cooks up just as quickly as your instant oatmeal. How many of you have used steel-cut oats to make porridge? Okay, I'm preaching to the choir. Definitely you all know this one. It's definitely more nutritious. It's also tastier. Has a nice, rich, nutty flavor. So there's two medicines in the oats. There's actually the stalk or the straw, and then there's the grain. So the stalks or the straw, oat straw, is used as a connective tissue building agent. So for bones and cartilage and muscles and ligaments and skin and hair, that's all connective tissue. And the oat straw helps to build connective tissue and knit it tight together. So if you've got broken bones or torn muscles or lesions on the skin or weak falling hair, you can use oat straw for that. The grain is a little bit different. Now, having said that porridge is good medicine, I have to give you a little caveat that the really good medicine is from the immature grain. We call them green milky oats, and it's the picture in the bottom right is the green milky oats in the field. So they're immature, they're still a green husk. It hasn't ripened off to that nice warm tan color. And if you squeeze it, you get a milky fluid out, which will dissipate as the grain matures. That is the most potent medicine when it's picked in that immature form. And what it really does, I would say perhaps that it is food for the nervous system. It's a tonic for the nervous system. So if you're someone who gets overwrought and upset and agitated, then it will calm you down. But if you're someone who's depressed and really kind of low outlook and loss of motivation, loss of enthusiasm, it will pick you up. So it has this wonderful balancing property in the mood and the nervous function. If you can't get to sleep because you're really agitated, or if you can't get up in the morning and get out of bed, you've got no will or energy to get up, either way it's going to help to balance the nervous system and balance the nervous energy. And it's very cheap, it's readily available, and if you can't get the green milky oats, then again you can use good quality oatmeal, steel-cut oats, and you'll get some of the same effect. It's not as potent as the immature grain, but it still works to some extent. And there has been some controversy and concern about gluten in oats. The current understanding is that there's actually no gluten in oats, but people who are sensitive to gluten still may have a crossover sensitivity. So some people who cannot eat gluten can eat oats, and some can't. And that's just a matter of you needing to experiment a little bit. There's actually no gluten as such in oatmeal, but there's some crossover reactions that people get nonetheless.